Unofficial data on Intel processors 12-14 generations, an increase in IPC by 35 to 50%, DDR5 and PCIe 5.0. The latest information on Alder Lake, Meteor Lake and Lunar Lake processors. While Intel experts are preparing to present only the 11th generation of their desktop processors, known under the codename Rocket Lake S, information about the company's future products is gradually acquiring new details. For example, the well-known insider Moore's Law is dead shared with the general computer community new details regarding desktop CPUs of 12-14 generations, and experts of the WTC source tried to understand the data received. According to the source, the debut of 10 nanometers 12th generation Intel desktop processors, dubbed Alder Lake S, will take place no earlier than 2022. At the same time, the increase in the number of executable instructions per clock, IPC, compared to products based on the Skylake architecture will be 35 to 50%, while the advantage over Tiger Lake will be 10 to 20%. As it was previously known, the new CPUs will receive a monolithic execution and can boast up to 16 cores, 8 high-performance ones based on the Golden Cove architecture and with support for hyper-threading technology, which, according to the source, will receive a new name using the word hybrid. And 8 energy-efficient ones based on Gracemont. Thus, the flagship models of the Core i9 family will be endowed with 8 large cores with hyper-threading support and 8 small ones without this technology, which will give a total of 24 threads. Processors one step lower in the face of Core i7 will receive a similar number of high-performance cores, and the number of energy-efficient cores will be 4. Models of the Core i5 family will be able to count on 4 small and 6 large cores with height support, and a configuration with 6 productive cores. 12 streams will get Core i3, Pentium. The Intel Alder Lake S desktop processor graphics subsystem will feature the Gen 12 IPU with 32 execution units and the maximum performance and a number of improvements over the current generation. The next, 13th generation, Intel desktop processors will be codenamed Meteor Lake and will be manufactured at 7 nanometers with UV, probably at TSMC facilities. It is assumed that the new CPUs based on the Redwood Cove architecture will be made using a 3D layout and an I/O chip, but a monolithic design is also possible. Finally, Intel's 14th generation desktop processors, called Lunar Lake, will receive advanced Gen 12 graphics and possibly an I/O chip. They are expected to debut in 2023 to 2024. As for the socket used, in view of the increasing competition from AMD, the source suggests that all 3 generations of CPUs will be able to function in conjunction with motherboards in the performance of LGA 1700. However, there will still be a number of limitations, despite the fact that Alder Lake processors S will receive support for both DDR4 and DDR5 memory. High-end boards are likely to offer support for a newer standard, while more affordable products will be limited by that time. In addition, IPC v5.0 support for 12th Gen Intel processors will not apply to NVMe drives, which can only accommodate IPC 4.0. At the same time, the new socket will differ in some changes in size, which will require the purchase of new cooling systems. It is worth recalling that this kind of information must be treated with some caution,